A major discovery by researchers at HudsonAlpha. They have effectively connected a variant in a particular gene with neurodevelopmental disorders. WAFA 48's Lindsay Connell spoke to the scientists leading this project on how these findings will actually help families around the world get a better diagnosis for their impacted loved ones.
Greg Cooper and researchers in his lab at HudsonAlpha in Huntsville have uncovered how changes to a particular gene give rise to developmental disabilities.
This is an important discovery in terms of our basic understanding of how genes work and how genes can shape our health, but also for the particular families that are involved, and that includes the families that we've worked with in this study, but then also it's likely to be many families out there that will eventually be tested and found to have this same condition. They can now get a more accurate and precise clinical diagnosis for what can, in many cases, be very significant challenges, medical challenges in terms of how a child develops and progresses.
The project is aimed at identifying the genetic causes of undiagnosed conditions by using genome sequencing. HudsonAlpha's team put together enough cases to make the link by assembling a group of affected people through a website called Gene Matcher, a social media platform used by geneticists all over the world.
We believe and have lots of data now that these are, in many cases, genetic conditions, and so the only way to really get at the root explanation is to do genetic testing. And so this is one example where we were able to make a discovery about a new type of genetic condition, and for those families that have that particular condition, we can now give them a diagnosis. But of course, in the future, there are still lots of families out there that we haven't been able to understand yet, and we're continuing to work every day on discovering new genetic conditions and providing new diagnoses.
The project is funded by the National Institutes of Health. Researchers say it's been very motivating to make these kinds of useful discoveries that can have a real impact on families.